Down in nowhere, USA, a small country settlement known as Cobbletown lays an old abandoned farm known as the Ladler Estate. Many legends and myths surround this mysterious farm, but they all have one thing in common: the plague doctor. Said by some to be a man driven insane, by others a terrible demon. Not much is known about him, not even if he truly exists. But I know the truth. Anyone who steps foot on that farm best have a death wish.
Hey, my name is Ryan Stanford. I'm an inspiring game creator who's been practicing making pet projects for the last 11 years. I want to make Complete Isolation an atmospheric and terrifying horror game. Complete Isolation takes place away from civilization, where a group of students pass on tales of an abandoned farm that looms in the woods on the outskirts of town, known as the Ladler Estate. Bored and with nothing else to do, they establish a courage game to go investigate this ominous farmhouse late one night. There are many strange and dark rumors circulating the farm, but none more famous than that of a demented plague doctor who treads that cursed land. As the night goes on, the opportunity for peer bonding spirals into madness as the students unwillingly take part in a twisted game of wit and survival, where nothing is as it seems. Being released freely to the public, what we need help with is to create assets, art, and music. How much we get funded greatly expands the scope and scale of the project. While the game will be created even without reaching our funding goals, it will be severely cut down to accommodate for the amount of assets we can realistically pay for out of our own pockets. The game itself is a 2D surreal atmospheric survival horror game, utilizing RPG Maker VXAs and aiming to go beyond what is typically expected of both 2D horror and RPG Maker games to deliver a high quality and original project. Players have a vital of health that they must watch as they take on the various monsters, puzzles, and traps of the farm. Accumulated damage does not go away and slows down the player as well as brings delusional imagery, and can only be undone by sparse healing items that lay in the environment. Monsters also are made to be varied, with their own unique behaviors and unique ways to approach each and every one of them. We're also taking the time to pay close attention to puzzles and traps, and make them an engaging style of gameplay that are fun to take part in, rather than uninteresting artificial means to extend gameplay time. With your help, we can expand the game's 3 main locations: the house, the field, and the tower. Add in several new monsters, add in a prologue section and 2 new main areas to the game, as well as some optional areas and side quests. All money earned is going back into the project to try and build it up to be the best possible game it can be, to be released at the end of the year. We're also taking the liberty to make development of the game more open with the community, with development being live broadcasted to YouTube for the entirety of the project, as well as a fairly constant stream of demos and betas as we get to focused work on the project at the start of May. Thank you for taking the time to listen to our Complete Isolation pitch, and we guarantee that we're working our hardest to make this an indie horror game that will be remembered by all who play it, no matter what the size or scope ends up being. Let's see if we can make this thing as big as we dream it can be.